Hi guys, right, so my name is Gourounlian and today I'm about to film something very special I have never done before. Basically, I'm a sugar addict. I love sugar. I love cake, ice cream, biscuits. I mean, I'm such a strong-minded person. I stopped eating meat, fish. I never drank alcohol and I never smoked. But for some reason, I can't stop eating sugar. So today I'm gonna be talking to my amazing friend, Aida Torosyan. We can actually work out how can I, instead of having ice cream, what can I have instead? Or instead of eating 3 pieces of cake, 3 pieces of cake. It's my first video, so let's do this. Let's go. Hello.
Hi.
How are you?
To kick off the sugar addiction?
I am so excited. To be honest with you, I'm a bit scared because I don't want to stop everything, but you're gonna guide me in the right direction.
Yes, you're not going to stop everything. We're just going to start slower, step by step.
Okay, step by step, let's do this. I remember when I was in Armenia, I wasn't eating too much sugar. As soon as I came to Europe, my sugar addiction started and I was around 13 years old. It was crazy. You know when they say the kids in the candy store, and that's how I was like, oh my god. I remember I put so much weight on because I was eating only like Snickers, Bounties, all this chocolate stuff.
You didn't have maybe that before in your
Exactly.
childhood. And people might think that this is a very small reason to be addicted, but actually it's the emotional connection that people might feel towards sugar usually comes from that. If they didn't have that in one period of their life, and it's about with everything, not only with sugar. But with sugar, I wanted to explain you why sugar is actually more addictive than other things, because you are not eating meat. You said you were able to give up meat.
So funny because I'm Armenian, and as you know, Armenians, we love our meat. We love our khorovat, which means barbecue, guys. And I was eating so much meat, and then when I stopped, I don't miss it. I'm fine with it. I have the strong-minded things to do, but guide me.
Because it has nothing to do with your willpower.
Gotcha.
What happens with sugar? So imagine that in your brain there are receptors. There are opioid receptors. You don't have to remember the names. Just know that there are some kind of receptors, pleasure receptors, that are waiting for your sugar molecules to come. So when your sugar molecule comes, the receptor just binds on it and gives you a high. So the same high that people will get when they're doing drugs or drinking alcohol. And it's not a very high, you still, but it's enough for you to feel happy, feel joyful. And even if you don't notice it psychologically and subconsciously, it gives you the joy and the happiness. So that's why sugar is addictive. It's not just made up. It has been shown that sugar is addictive. With every kind of addiction, what you have to start doing is separating you from that person who is addicted. Because you always say that I'm a sugar addict, I love sugar, I cannot quit sugar. But it's not true. You can quit sugar. You have to change your perception of you in terms of a sugar addict. I want to simplify this.
Yeah.
So imagine that your brain consists of 2 parts, right? The lower part of your brain, let's call it an animal brain. And the upper part of your brain, the frontal cortex, let's call it a human brain. So your animal brain is responsible for your survival, your flight and fight response, and your upper brain is responsible for thinking, judging. When you have some kind of addiction, it's your lower brain, your animal brain, that is being activated.
Oh my god.
And it makes you think that you eat sugar because you need that for survival.
That's right.
That's why you're like, oh, I need to eat sugar because I need that for my energy. And it's not you thinking, it's not your human brain, it's your animal brain. So what I want you to do is start to reflecting on it, and maybe just understanding that when I want to eat sugar, it's not Arthur who's making the decision, it's another little Arthur, a sugar addict Arthur, who's sitting and who's directing you. It's sitting in your animal brain. You can actually give it a name.
Do you know what? Because my husband's Irish, I'm gonna call him Eugene.
Call it
Yeah.
Eugene. That's
Eugene. I'm gonna get rid of Eugene.
Exactly. Just ignoring that Eugene is important. But of course there are steps, and we're going through all the steps.
Yeah.
You don't cook, right?
I actually, that's the thing, I do not cook, so I do eat out a lot.
Okay, so let's go, and because I know you love one of the restaurants that is here. It's closed, so you go there often. So let's go, I will explain you what you should get. And
I'm so up for it. Let's do this. Let's go. Right, so guys, we're on our way to Le Pain Quotidien. I love that place. It's actually a Belgian place, and I can't believe when I moved to LA. No, it's Belgium.
Oh, I didn't know it.
And I'm from Belgium. Yes, no, it's Belgium.
Let's go.
Yeah.
So you're going back to your roots, part of your roots.
a part of my recipe because remember, I'm Armenian. So what we're gonna do, normally when I come to Le Pain Quotidien, I don't know if you guys been to Le Pain Quotidien, but we have this bread basket with all the chocolate, peanut butter, so I'm obsessed with them. And I think Aida wanted me to have them today.
See, that's the thing. You can still have it as long as you have something more satiating, something more fatty, good fatty, full of vegetables, proteins. If you have it, fill yourself up with great nutrition, then of course you're welcome to have a little bit of what you love as well. So that's the trick. Today we're going to order something that is very nourishing for you, and it's usually, as I said, healthy fats. Including more healthy fats in your diet will reduce the cravings. Also greens and vegetables, they will reduce the cravings. If you have that in the morning specifically, you are not going to crave sugar as much. So have it, I promise you, after that. And I have some dessert actually with me that I'm going to share with you that you can...
She said the word dessert. I'm in, guys. Okay, let's order that. So what are we going to order now?
So I think it's morning. Do you like eggs?
I love eggs.
Perfect. So it's a great time to have eggs. It's full of great fats, full of protein as well. So eggs, avocados, and vegetables are a great idea for the breakfast. What I would suggest is to have 2 different meals. One for me, one for you, and we can share. So I can show what we can do. We're going to start with water, but I would always suggest to have the water 20 minutes before eating or after eating. I think the order is going to take more than 20 minutes, so let's drink that.
Do you know what is so funny? My mom always told me, drink water before you cheers. Drink water before you start eating. She always said
water, not ice, because our body just doesn't like iced water.
Interesting.
So what do we have here? Again, fats, healthy fats are super important for breakfast and for every meal. We have avocado, perfect. We have good protein and fat with from eggs. We have a little bit of vegetables. I would put actually more. It's a little bit, it's okay, we'll do with it. There's this gluten-free toast. Why gluten-free? It's actually a whole subject that I wouldn't have time to talk about right now, but usually people tolerate non-gluten food better, and this is just made with nuts. It's very simple, simple
and it looks delicious.
It looks delicious. It's very thick. You're gonna love it. Here we have vegetable frittata. They haven't used egg. Instead of egg, I think they have used what was it? I don't remember actually, but it was something very simple.
I'll Google it. It's okay.
Let's Google it. Yes. It has vegetables and of course a salad. So here this is lacking a little bit of fat, but because we have it here, it's good enough.
Gotcha. Well,
protein and vegetables.
Bon appetit. Let's do this.
Tell me how you feel. Was it good? Not good?
God. This was absolutely amazing, literally. And do you know what? Funny enough, I have everything I needed, and I don't even need to have sugar anymore.
See?
I don't need my bread basket with chocolate or whatever. I'm done.
Perfect. So this is step 1, just having a nourishing meal for the start of your day,
so
or in
basically it's
general.
all about nourishing meals.
Exactly.
Now, you remember I told you I love my ice cream. So
we're going to try an ice cream that is actually a healthier version of a regular ice cream. It's vegan, it's not going to bloat you. Of course, it still has some kind of sugars, naturally occurring sugars, mostly from dates and fruits. But still, if you love ice cream, this is, I think, a great alternative to start with.
Instead of buying like a full sugary ice cream, it's like vegan or healthy ice cream. That's basically what I'm understanding.
Exactly, vegan ice cream with sugar, with not processed sugars.
Got it.
So it's just sugars that are naturally occurring, let's say, in fruits, in dates, for example.
Okay, let's try this. Let's go.
So it's just water. I mean, for here, this is the sweetener that they use, and also dates. Of course, if I make it at home, I wouldn't use this, so I will make it less sweet. But this is a good enough option. And look at other ice cream's ingredients.
Always solution to do healthy food.
Exactly, always.
My hair is wild. Okay, let's get the ice cream.
Yeah, I look like looking from a Lazo.
Oh wait, the fish out.
Chocolate. What kind of ice cream would you use usually?
So normally I love peanut butter, cookie dough, Oreos.
Okay.
Everything chocolatey, everything double, it's always the winner for me.
So we've chose something that is still chocolatey. It has chocolate flavor, it has the chocolate syrup on top, but again, it's vegan, it's gluten-free, it's processed sugar-free, so it's a better option for you now.
Okay.
And of course, we don't want to label foods as good or bad. You can still have your Oreo ice cream if you want to from time to time, but you will feel that if you have this, you're not going to feel bloated and sick, and it's going to
it's still compromised with the ice cream. It's like kind of like sweet, still not too bad for me.
For sure. So here you go.
Okay, let's tuck in. Just go.
And one example, when I used to have my food addiction, I would always crave something sweet. So even when I was very full, I would have desserts after it. But now I don't, and I don't want to force myself. So that's why I don't have anything. Yeah, you like it?
But it's so funny, we'll never go with strawberries or fruit. Normally when I eat this, I always put lots of like chocolate or marshmallows, things like that. But you went with the healthy version, which is great.
Yeah.
And it tastes great.
Exactly. Food is food. We give them labels. Oh, this is bad, this is good. That's why when we think if something is bad, we want that more. So ice cream is ice cream. Maybe this is not the most nourishing option for you right now, but you just want ice cream. Even if you want marshmallows, have it a little bit and put it on the side. Don't overthink about it. Don't think that you had something bad, because when you think about it, you have the feeling of guilt.
So I think the lesson here is get the healthy versions instead of the fatty versions.
Exactly. Just get a version that you think you're going to feel better after eating. You can make this at home as well, like I said. Maybe just adding frozen bananas.
That'll be for the next video. I think you got something else for me.
I do have another.
Instead of eating lots of biscuit, things like that, she has something else.
Exactly. So this is not for, of course, every day. You don't want to have this every single day.
But I'll have this now.
Yes. So if you want to have something, let's say, sweet after you eat, there is very, nourishing option for you. Let me bring it. Hold on.
It's actually so good.
So this is my dessert jar. It has dates under, pitted dates, vegetable dates, some nuts, which are, I have pecans, I have cashews and walnuts. You can have whatever nuts you like, and some dark chocolate. So of course you don't want to eat this in one sitting because I think it's too much. So you can just prepare
it's so
this.
funny because I will actually finish this on my own in 2 seconds.
See,
is that bad?
It means that you're not conscious when you're eating. If you have your tea or coffee or just nothing and have this consciously, just having 2 pieces of chocolate and nuts and the dates, and you're conscious, you're gonna feel full so soon.
You know, when I'm sure everybody does that. When you open a packet of biscuit, you will never have 1 or 2.
Nope.
You're finishing everything.
Exactly.
Like you finish everything, and then by the time you know it, like you finish about 20 biscuits.
That is true. That is why what we do, you can either, so let's say you're taking biscuits out, don't take the whole pack, just get 2 out, put it in a little sack, put it in a little container, and take it with you. If you know that you're going to eat this in one sitting, don't take this whole thing. Just take handful and that. So there are ways you can play around with it.
When I tried dark chocolate before, it's very bitter and I couldn't eat it, but I know it's good for you.
This is not super dark. This is, I think, 75%.
Okay,
so this
I'm gonna try that.
Try it, and I think you'll like it.
This is actually not bad at all. Dark chocolate, 75%.
Yeah, 75 or 80. You can pair it with like a little walnut on top. I like to make sandwiches with it. Or sometimes I do, I peel the dates. So there is the dates. I put a nut on it, so it's an easy dessert like this. And maybe a dark, chocolate like this. A sandwich. Here you go, and you have it. You have 2, 3 of these.
So you create your own dessert?
I create my own desserts, and honestly, from a person who used to love desserts, I can tell you that it's possible to just, choose this instead of a cake, which you can do occasionally, but not every single day.
And I might just try this with my little yogurt.
Exactly.
That's what Arta will do.
Yep.
Right, so this was amazing. I hope it helps some of you to realize that when you're eating so much sugar, you can actually compromise with other things. So how can you wrap this up? What's the best advice you can give?
So the first thing I want to say before wrapping it up is that, of course, when I work with people, it's taking time. Today we just had a very fast session with Arthur.
Yeah.
But it's
my first video, guys. Remember, I never done this before.
And he's doing so great. Isn't he amazing?
I'm coming out of my comfort zone. I mean, come on. Eating dates instead of cake.
Yes, just know that it's going to take time. Don't beat yourself up. And it's not all or nothing. It doesn't mean that you're going to quit sugar for all, because it's life. Life happens. You are at a birthday party, you want to have a cake. That's normal. It's just that knowing how you can have the tools to implement, that's important. So tools, and we have discussed the tools, having the alter ego diagnosed, like Eugene.
Yeah.
Eugene, yes, and then, you know, having a full meal, and of course finding substitutes and having different versions of desserts that you can enjoy.
Okay, well, thank you so much.
Of course.
I can't believe this is gonna be my new beginning of something new. And for those who actually know me and always see me eating lots of food, crazy stuff, so I promise you, after this video, I'm gonna try to be better. I'm not saying tomorrow I'm gonna stop eating cheesecakes or velvet cakes, but I promise you, I'm gonna literally control my portions and start eating healthy stuff instead of binging. Or
Yeah.
And Brian, remember, stop feeding me lots of cakes and waffles.
Yes, Brian, please.
Perfect. Right, you grab this, I grab this, and let's go.
Let's go.
Cheers, guys. I'm gonna enjoy this.